welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Ravens!
Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go, here in Baltimore. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So the Ravens will come out, and they are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat. So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
In motion goes Likely. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. The shotgun, here's Jackson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
So there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He'll try and run for this with Henry. A pickup there of 13. First down, Baltimore.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Here's a short one caught by Andrews. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
And this offense just continues to methodically move the ball down the field here on their opening drive, Mike. And I think defensively, they've got to figure something out. Otherwise, this has the looks for one of those long days in the office.
And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll be third down.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball.
That one, take it in. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Ravens. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead.
Ravens 7, Chiefs 0.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the 3-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special, and needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you could see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Third and short. Here's Patrick. He's got a man. He finds Worthy. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. First and 10. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks, but right now it's been a lot of double coverage, it's been a lot of tight windows, and if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game, this offensive play caller needs to be more creative freeing him up.
And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
First down, Kansas City.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
Stop short of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. Pacheco trying to find a crease in that massive humanity, but he's going to come up short.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
3rd and goal. Mahomes forced out wide, and he will take this one across into the end zone. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Chiefs come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, it's Mitchell. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Ravens offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Jackson now on second down. And he'll get only about 3 before being ridden out of bounds.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd and 6. Jackson. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. All even on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. As we are ready to get back underway. The throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he's out of bounds, gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a third down.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
3rd and short, Jackson. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5. But it will keep the drive going.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies, but the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass, and I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. Kansas City sends Nico Remigio back to return. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 12.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he is out of bounds at the 45. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's first and 10.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Brings up second down.
From the 46, here's second and a yard. That is caught out wide on the RPO, and he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, KC.
Kansas City.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Good blocking, and he's in. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Chiefs. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
And Butker on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chiefs will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Ravens 7.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense getting set to get back to work. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. In motion goes Likely. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 7. Jackson looking to throw. Now a screen set up for Henry. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Jackson. He'll try to run for it. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. A big play there on the scramble. 39 yards.
Baltimore Ravens.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Jackson going to keep it himself. He'll be bogged down. Short pickup to the 25.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Second down and 8. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
Jerry Tillery on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on third down and 7? Back to throw, Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Short, complete to Likely. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Here comes 3rd and 6. To the air one more time with Jackson. Pushed out to his left. And he'll take this one in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Ravens will tie things up. We are all even at 14. halftime. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Nico Remigio will bring it back. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff can get a chance to look him over during the break. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. The outside catch made by Worthy. And he's very close to a first down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. It's over the middle and caught by Rice. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw again. This caught right side by Worthy. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That's dropped off to Pacheco. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. That's complete left side to Worthy. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
First down throw, Mahomes. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
This one batted in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Brenton Simpson.
You know, Mike, I like the early aggressive play call to start this second half. I think anytime you find yourself in a tie ball game, you want to be the team that strikes next. In this case, it backfires. They have the turnover. Now it's their defense that's taking the field, and they're going to have to come up with a stop and keep this game all squared up.
The Ravens offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll run the draw, and here's Henry. He's down right at the 40, but that is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
A gain of 6. And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
But anytime you have one of these big backs, this is exactly the spot to use him. Just lower those pads, keep those legs moving. He's able to find just enough of a seam to pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. Oh, a loose football. It looks like the Chiefs have it, and it is Kansas City ball.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They put Kelsey in motion. Short throw, caught by the tight end, Gray. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
From the 41, here's second down and 9. Patrick to throw. A short one caught by Kelsey. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Mike, did you see how hyped the sideline got after that run after catch? I mean, I thought the bench was going to run out onto the field to celebrate. He refused to go down on first contact and second contact for that matter.
Third and short. Here's Patrick to the outside. Catch made by Brown. They get 15 on that game, and the Chiefs have a first down.
A gain of 15.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A gain of 7 brings up second down at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Pacheco. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
Complete to number 1, Xavier Worthy. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. A run up the middle with Pacheco. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
Third and goal. Mahomes. They're called in at the 2.
Mahomes pass. Complete to Noah.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get fourth and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
A 19-yard attempt.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs move out in front. The new score, 17-14. Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense ready to take over once again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
2nd down, Jackson. He's going to run it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And did the Chiefs get it? They did.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there to wrap up the quarter, but time has expired, and the 3rd has come to an end. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Here's Mahomes. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped. Complete milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
A 50-yard attempt.
This one has plenty of legs, and it is good. So it is still a 1-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. In motion goes Likely. Off the play fake, Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
This is Henry, and he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
the shotgun, here's Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Here's Remigio. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. The Chiefs offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Brings up second down.
Now, Mahomes. Trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking them down for a loss.
And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
Well, we sit up here all the time and we try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the first down chain, he just catches that ball and turns upfield. They extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. On the option, they give it to Henry. He's up the sideline to the 25. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Gonna go right back to Henry. And lowers the shoulder. A gain of about 3.
Tackled by Leo Chanel. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And that'll set up fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The Chiefs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
A gain of
13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Second down, they need 7. Mahomes back. Louds another catch for his favorite target. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On third down, Mahomes. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Brings up second down.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
It's going to be third. They need 1. They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down the backfield on third and short.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down. Now Mahomes. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on fourth down in the red zone. And it pays off with first and goal. Here's Pacheco. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. A minute 57 to go in the game. Now from the 9, it'll be second and goal. One more time with Pacheco. And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go. Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's third down and goal. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
And on third down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
You give your offense a chance to close this game out. If they pick up the first down, this game is over. But now, after the defensive stop, we're starting to see some signs of life on that other sideline.
The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. Henry. And he's able to fight through one tackle here. Pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
That is on the 6-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jackson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
He's going to keep it himself. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. Ravens now going to use their final timeout. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They come up for 2nd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the 2nd half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, we wish you a terrific night.